Fine Gael this morning outlined a range of measures to help families who have difficulties keeping up with their mortgages. The party says it will introduce legislation to stop mortgage lenders imposing penalties where mortgage rates have been rescheduled. They're also proposing a new negative equity insurance to prevent this problem in the future.
Michael Noonan was asked in the question and answer session afterwards why he thought reform of the banks hadn't already taken place.
While the present Minister, Mr Lenihan, and the government changed the positioning of the deck chairs on the Titanic, they made no effort at all to change banking culture. And the culture in the banks is exactly the same as it was. And we still have a third of the directors still in place, and we still have management being generated from the people who are one step down and who are actually totally involved in the decision making in the past. There has to be a cultural change in the bank. And there seems to me there's no intention that it's going to come spontaneously from within the banking system, so it'll have to be driven from outside. But it'll have to be driven by laying down the primary colours of policy rather than trying to run a bank out of the Department of Finance or out of the regulator's office.
Well, Michael Noonan was also asked about the Labour Party's recent attacks on Fine Gael policies, and this is what he had to say in relation to that.
The Labour election campaign is failing on the ground, and we know that from door knocking in every constituency. And what you're seeing is a response by the Labour Party to the failure of their own election campaign and their own policies. And they're trying to change the agenda from an examination of their own policies to attacking the Fine Gael policy. And it would be classic enough in an election campaign when you're not doing well. Now, they started off talking about a black hole, and at the risk of embarrassing Dan O'Brien, who's the most literate and most numerate person in the room, including myself, certainly he's the experienced economist. I mean, if you look at the headline this morning, after he doing a full analysis of it, claims of $5 billion black hole in Fine Gael are bunkum. And bunkum and farce and derisory are words used in the article. So I don't need to go down the black hole anymore looking for any of the Labour Party personalities, because there's no black hole.
Enda Kenny strongly defended Fine Gael's strategy, saying it is based on low taxes and cutting waste.
We want our country to prosper. We want our workers to have public salaries and to have wages that they're able to spend in their local communities. But we want to do that by keeping taxes down, by keeping interest rates down, and by not extending this austerity period beyond where it should go.